Hello, everyone. Welcome to Classtime's weekly webinar. My name is Brooke, and I'm here with Maria. We're going to be answering some of your questions today. We're currently live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, so wherever you're watching from, you can leave us your questions in the section below, and we'll answer them live as we go along.
Yep. Hello, Brooke. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So let's jump into the questions.
All right. So our first question is from Jean in Brazil, and he wants to know, do I need to be online with my students during a session?
So, Jean, you don't. First, the easiest answer is that you don't have to be online. I'm going to show to you that here, if you are obviously in our premium or school institutions license, you can just pick your question set, right, and start as a session. And you will always have the possibility of adding here in the session settings, session timer and session scheduler. So you don't, even if you don't schedule the session for that opens a day and ends a day, is just an open session, you can still only share the link with your students and they will be able to join without you being there. But you can also schedule your session for a day and time that will have this time of duration, for example, 60 minutes, and it will open Monday at 9 a.m. and end at Monday 10 a.m., something like that. So you have all these possibilities and you don't really have to be online with your students. You can also, after the students end the session and they already ended everything, we always have the chat here. So if we join as a student, just a second, no, it's not this one. Let's say here, if you join as a student, you will be able to your students will be able to send you a chat and you will be able to send them a chat as well if you're online. But if they do, for example, send you a chat with an image or a GIF or an audio, a video, you still will be able to see here. You see myself, I see you have a chat. It's uploading right now, but even after they end their own session, you can still see all the chat and it will be saved afterwards. So you don't need to be online. You can have everything, all the data afterwards.
All right, great. Thank you so much for your question, John. Our next question is from Elan in Peru, and he asked, what is the session reflection?
So the session reflection, I'm also going to show here. So I had already here, I believe this one is a good example. So you have the settings. In the settings, you have the ability of tagging your session reflection. You activate to ask your students to reflect about their session. So we have 3 questions I'm going to show you as well. They will only have to answer, obviously, the exam, the assessment. So they will go through everything. And then after that, at the end, you have to bear with me just a second because I'll have to answer all the questions here to show. But here, for example, I would just obviously picking the answers just to show to you. Here, you can see, for example, it's in the 1. See a lot of question types, the hotspot, everything. And after you finish, your student ends their session, they will have 3 questions here to answer. So did you learn something new? They can say yes or no. Would you like to practice this topic again? They can say yes or no. Or how do you feel about your learning progress? Okay, kind of, or not that great. So they can answer all these questions, and you will be able to give you this data as well, and you'll be able to see if they are liking, your students are liking the topics, if they like what they are learning, if they're learning something new. So it's a very social emotional learning topic here that you can add to just the performance of your students, which is very appreciated by a lot of teachers, and we know that it's a very good tool. For now, a lot of people ask as well, the teachers can't adapt the questions. So the questions are these three ones, but maybe in the future we are working on a lot of updates this year. So maybe in the future we will be able to have more personalized questions. But for now, we have these three, and you can use for sure if you're in premium or school license.
All right,
okay.
Great question. Our next one is from Sarah in Colombia, and she asks, what's the difference between shared folder collaborators and co-teachers?
Okay, so the shared folders, for you who don't know, it's a school and institution license feature. So it's only available for schools and institutions. Here you can see that I have normal folders, and I have folders with a little icon here that it's the shared folder. So if you are in the school institutions license, you can share any of your folders with your teachers. So here I'm going to show you. You can add collaborators, for example. Here I already have some. So you see that I have two. It's me, it's myself, and one other teammate. I can add as many collaborators as I want. The difference, what happens here is that every single content that you create in a shared folder is the same for you and for your collaborator. So everything you will edit and change, it will reflect to your collaborator as well, and you will be able to create content together and edit content together. So it's the shared folders and the collaboration. That's the possibility. And then we have the classes, and in classes we have the co-teachers. So here in classes, you can add the co-teachers. Classes is a premium feature, but you can add the co-teachers. So here I have Classtime team, for example, and I can add as a co-teacher our teammate Alexandra. I can add Brooke here, and I can go, so just a sec, and they are added here. Just 1 minute, because here. Now I can see. So I can add here, so 1 and 2, and I can invite them. And here I have 1, 2, and 3. So I have myself, that I'm the owner of the class, and I have another 2 co-teachers with me that will be able to invite students, delete students, start sessions, and invite this whole class. So they will be able to have all the possibilities that I, as a class owner, have as well. So that's the cool part of the co-teachers. That's the difference. The shared folders, you co-create content and you collaborate with content with other teachers, and the co-teachers, you manage the classes and the sessions together.
All right, great. I think that's all of our questions today. Thank you guys so much for sending in your awesome questions. If you haven't already, you can join our Facebook educator community for more updates about Classtime, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone
Thanks, Maria.
who's watching. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.